Before you work with an artist, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for something that's going to actually show me that they're going to deliver what I need them to deliver. You know, you can make mistakes by giving your song to the wrong artist. I don't know if a song that you do for Chris Brown is necessarily meant for Kelly Clarkson. But then there's other times where I just get a phone call and it's like, hey, you're in the studio with Mary J. Blige tomorrow night. And you're creating specifically for Mary J. Blige, so you don't have time to sit there and try to write a song that can work for different people. You're writing a song that's specific to her, you know, where she's at in her life. And I think that's what helps me stay successful is that I have relationships with all the artists. You know, just 2 days ago, I emailed Jennifer Lopez and I said, I feel you should be doing this type of music. And she goes, come over to the house, let's have a meeting. And it's those relationships, you know, that go a long way because I care about all the artists that I've ever worked with. You know, I've been blessed to work with Latin artists. Like, you think about Pitbull, you're thinking about he's taking it to a different level because he's mixing the Latin culture with the pop and hip hop influences.
What they do, Mr. 305 checking in. What up, man? All right. First of all, hook the audience quick when it comes in, and then have something so that when they're in the club, you know, it make them want to get loose.
Was there a hit song that you wrote for an artist that didn't really play out the way you expected?
Yeah, that happens a lot. I mean, there's been moments where, you know, we write a song for a specific artist in mind. The artist does the song, records the song, and then ends up saying, nah, it's not working. And then we give the song to someone else and it becomes a huge hit. And then I get the call like, man, we shouldn't have turned down that song. That happens so much in our industry. For me, it's a product. You know, it's no difference from when you walking in the store and you see a salesman with a sneaker and he's trying to buy a sneaker. If you don't buy that sneaker, he's gonna sell a sneaker to someone else. So that's the way I look at it with music. Like, my product, if you don't buy the product, I will sell it to someone else.
What's the hardest obstacle you have when working with an artist?
You have to emotionally connect. You have to know how to connect with an artist because, listen, you don't have much time. You better connect. If you don't connect, it's over. You have to know how to understand where the artist is in their life. You know, you have to know, like, okay, I'm working with Britney Spears. Where's she at in her life? Okay, I'm working with, you know, Justin Bieber. Where's he at in his life? You have to know those different things because the music has to be reflection on that, or whatever they're making is not real. But remember that the best songs are made out of truth.
When it comes to creative differences, how do you manage that in the studio?
You know when it connects right from the gate. I could also tell within 1 hour, this one isn't gonna work. And you know what I've learned to do is not force it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I will actually tell the artist, you know, thanks for coming through. You know, I'm sorry we didn't hit it this time, but maybe some other time. Usually there's never another time.
Before a session, what do you do to prep yourself mentally?
You have to walk in the studio confident. You know, when that phone call happens, when I got that call from Michael Jackson, and it was like, come to Carol Bayer Sager's house and we're gonna write. And I'm only 19 years old. I'm thinking to myself, I have to kill this. So you have to prepare yourself mentally. It's like the game 7 of the finals. Your mindset has to be, I'm going to get the best out of the artist. I'm going to take them to a level that they've never been to. That always has to be the #1 goal.
What are your studio rules?
Yeah, I mean, I have rules like, you can't smoke and drink in my studio. You know, if you have a foul mouth, I don't prefer that either. You know, so those are kind of my main 3 rules. To me, it's just unnecessary. You know, this is mi casa. So when you're in my house, you know, it's no difference if I came to your house and you told me to take my shoes off at the door. Just respect what I do.